All right. It is February 7th, 2021 at 8:19 p.m. Central Time. My name is Glitch Queen. I'm actually about to go into a chat with Necromancer and Aaron Lynn, who are two admins on the server for Chronicles of Hope. I've been called in after reporting Zero Severus for some issues of being targeted for hate raids.
Send you to Glitch Queen. I won't be that big of a douchebag. It's just there's animosity. I don't know if there is on her side, but definitely on mine from a lot of things that happened in the past. And one thing in particular that, for me at least, is kind of an unforgivable thing. It may not be necessarily unforgivable, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's like, you're not gonna like everybody, okay?
As well as having people of his community come in and give information to him. It's silly, but anyway. Positive representation. Yeah, positive representation. Maybe we should do like a conversation of the difference between them.
My thoughts was, so like I started a note here in my phone, and my thought was to discuss games that have bad examples of representation or just like kind of performative examples of representation.
That's perfect.
And then we can compare that to games that have much better representation and do a compare and contrast.
That's perfect, because I have an example that's very, very good. That is also in video form. If you have not seen it, I'm plugging it now just so that you can see it.
What is it? I can write it down.
Why? It's called the Racism and Roleplay video.
Yes. Yes.
I did this a long time ago because I was very annoyed with how something was handled. Long story short, I went back to the server to see what was going on, and lo and behold, a lot of racism is happening. It is a rundown of, at least from like the Black person's perspective, of what is racism in roleplay and how it's experienced. And we're not talking about the great, big, grandiose, slurs and whatnot. We're talking about the things that you probably don't even recognize. So I would highly suggest you watch that if you want kind of a sneak peek of the kind of discussions that we have in my Honest Onion, and that might be included in my Honest Onion, in order to make titles that are incredulously racist.
Hello.
Good evening.
So, Aaron, you want to start off, or?
Yeah, I just had to unmute my microphone there. So I'm sure you've seen the notice that we've put out this evening about racism and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. I just got done reading it.
Yeah, we have had to ban a person on the server for blatant proof provided racism. The thing is, like, we will not tolerate it, but at this point we can't take any action against Zero because he's not done anything racist that we have like solid like, I don't know how to explain this properly. I don't think
Well, I think the big issue is that in the context of the game that we're playing, jokes about like thralling, for instance.
I suppose you were not aware that I already explained thoroughly what he's referring to whenever he started making those jokes. As you can see, the first image that I was able to provide, not just the subjugation of thralls, quote unquote, that was to dodge the first thing he said, which was slavery was wrong. The only reason he has done so is he has had multiple people, and I've had to ban them consistently from my chat, that are his mods, his people that stay in his stream, while I was talking about racial equality and how it's portrayed in games and how we were going to address it in a podcast very soon. It was very direct. It's very targeted. It's very, very obvious. A day later, not even a day later, I'm seeing this. There's no reason for this. All of his titles up to this point have been some sort of mocking of something I've said or done in my own streams. But that was the one where it crossed the line. And because he's towing the line, he changed it so that you would behave this way. Yes? So now you're seeing it as they're talking about thralls, not slavery, not the racism topic that I was speaking about at the exact night before all of this happened.
The issue is that we're running into is we can't prove it. That's our big problem is we don't have any concrete proof that that was intentional. I can't see what
It's absolutely intentional. Why would he post something like that after I've been talking about racial equality in my own stream? I don't really understand the disconnect with that.
It basically comes down to I can't read the dude's mind. That's the issue. I don't know for sure that that's what he's thinking. The timing is conspicuous, but we've had that happen a few times with a number of different people where things were conspicuous that it didn't turn out to be actual like meta or whatever whatever we were looking at the time, where the timing was super fucking conspicuous, but it ended up actually.
It's fine. Clearly, I'm not going to be safe here. It's fine. Is there anything else you need to add to this?
If you want to give us all of this, like if you have screenshots of his of what's going on, more than just
he's banned me out. He's put it in subscriber only. He deletes his VOD so nobody can have evidence, which is something I've talked to Imperial about. I've talked to Necromancer about, and everyone says, well, we don't want to micromanage. Then what's the point of being an administrative team if you don't want to administrate? I don't understand. And you have to understand, I'm coming from a place of frustration, not just because I don't care about the game. This is about somebody making fun of the fact that I'm black. I don't care about anything else. And he's getting off scot-free as he did when he was making fun of Asians directly in the Discord. And every only thing he got as a result was probably a quote unquote talking to and nothing else. I'm seeing a pattern. And it's very frustrating. It's very hard to find a place that is strictly for everyone, that is for a diverse community. This is clearly not a diverse community if this is how this is being treated.
It is a diverse community, and we are trying our best to deal with it. But we need more than what we're getting, because he's not being racist in game. He's not making racist topics in our Discord, and we can't police his stream. Twitch can police his stream.
Literally just banned somebody flat out for racism.
It's funny, I made a 20-minute video talking about how racism can be portrayed outside of just slurs. And it talks about things just like this that are what we call microaggressions. They're not something that people might be looking for, but they are absolutely present. And those who are people of color, Black, Indigenous, and people of color, know what they look like when they see them. And the fact that you're telling somebody who's Black who sees this going on, nah, it's not racist, it's fine.
We're not saying it's not racist.
That's honestly, at this point, and I'm saying this with all due respect, you have to understand, I'm just coming from a very frustrated place. Perception is reality, and the reality right now is you're siding with a racist, and that's the only thing I can see. Is there anything I need to take away that I need to do at this point in time? Because I mean, I've already given the evidence that I have, and I can't get any more because he's made sure that no one can get evidence, and he can stay where he is, and everyone can start, and now this whole community can start becoming toxic. It's already being toxic, and I can't roleplay with anybody. It's already getting to that point, which is why I have not even bothered. Is there anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Unbelievable. Unfortunately, I was just not able to keep my cool, realizing just how complicit the admins as a whole were about the situation. Aaron before this conversation, as well as ImperialNet, the head of the server, informed me that they would have to have a full discussion in order to determine if action was even necessary. If someone's so blatantly disgusting to others, calling the community and staff idiots alike, toting racism, and sending defaming hate raids isn't enough to condemn someone to never set foot in their space again, then perhaps it's actually something that the staff truly wanted for their community. Being too scared to get rid of someone results in the decline and the inevitable death of communities like this, especially once you begin to allow any form of racism, blatant or otherwise. I would highly suggest being cautious around Zero Severus if spotted in a Discord community, Twitch, or Twitter. I don't protect nor condone racists and wish to keep others in the Black, Indigenous, and people of color communities as safe as possible. To those who are running communities like this, it doesn't matter what type of community you're striving to build. But if you're not willing to stand up for those who need it most, you cannot call yourselves leaders. Instead, call yourselves what you truly are: shameful.